Sins of the Father, 1960, age 14. Forbidden fruit. Piled high and in plain sight up against the back wall of this old shed, a dusty cache of peppermint-striped red and blue pyrotechnics looking for all the world like leftover dynamite from some B-movie ghost town mine shaft operation. Verboten. Off limits. The don't even think of touching us rockets and Roman candles that have been languishing unmolested here down through the seasons, despite their sexy siren whispers sing-songing my name ever since that 4th of July night back in, 1950, 1951. Way too young then to process what was going on at the time. I'm haunted by a surreal memory that replays itself like a recurring dream. The blackness of that night. The sleeping river, ink dark below the stars. Picnickers up and down the bank squatting gypsy style around sparking, face-flickering fires. The chill in the hot dog spiced air. Boys and girls blowing bubbles, trying to catch fireflies and shrieking happily while playing tag. And then, that big, squatting, black box of a hotel looming over there on the other side, the 4-story shadow with only a few of its windows yellow lit and glimmering dully above the riverbank. The 4th of July, and somehow, like everybody else, we've come into a small windfall of fireworks. The good stuff. The big stuff. Dad and Uncle Harry already firing a rocket down over the river, Mom pointing and saying, "Ooh, look how that rocket reflects right off the water. Isn't that beautiful?" And me, thigh-high among the men running the show, starstruck by the comet racing its own sputtering reflection downriver. Ah, everyone's in agreement. But then somebody moans, "Oh, no," and everyone cranks their necks to watch one rocket with a mind of its own. Something wrong with it, obviously, like it's sick or something, careening crookedly across the river, rising toward the hotel roof. The mood swings wild. "Good God!" somebody cries, as the sound of a fist punching out a pane of glass tinkles in our ears and lights flicker on up in one of the black windows. Only no, it's not the lights, but the curtains. "She hit the hotel," somebody yells, which are going up in flames. "We gotta get over there!" And me knocked aside, down into the grass by a stampede of adult legs bolting to the parked vehicles. I can still hear the slamming of car doors, the whine of spinning tires, and cars whumping over the little wooden bridge. And later, of course, that cotton-batting silence of the long ride home, all of us sitting on eggshells, afraid to peep. Mom included. Dad won't talk about it, so I've had to get the rest of the story out of Mom, which is where you have to go in this family when you want to find anything out. Dad and Uncle Harry bursting in through the hotel lobby front doors, finding the desk clerk passed out stone-drunk at the counter. Uncle Harry, familiar with the hotel, quickly approximating which room it must be, and him swiping a fistful of likely keys off the wall just to be sure. Them flying up the stairs, finding the room, and rushing inside, only to discover, thank God, the curtains have burned themselves out, the fire extinguished on its own. There is, of course, a matter of compensation for window pane and curtain replacement. But other than that, amazingly, no real damage done, just a big lesson learned. And we do not return to the river that night to touch off the rest of the arsenal in celebration of our nation's independence. No, it's obvious that this thing is over, done, kaput. Dad has undergone a big change. The remaining fireworks, like the convicted felons they now are, get paddy-wagoned home under the lock and key of the trunk, thank you very much, only to be incarcerated in this shed, where they have remained till this week, 9 years later, when the siren voices crooning my name begin singing Tommy a little louder and a lot more seductively.